Hari Om. So we have understood properly what Patanjali says for the asana, and that gives the guideline for us to practice also. But now how to achieve this? Patanjali gives a technique of practicing asanas in Sutra number 47. The Sutra says, Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatti Bhyam. Again there are two words, Prayatna Shaithilya and Ananta Samapatti. These are the two very, very important and crucial techniques to be implemented in practicing asanas. Let us understand one by one. First is Prayatna Shaithilya. Prayatna means efforts. Shaithilya means relaxation. So Patanjali says this Sthirasukham asanam you can achieve with Prayatna Shaithilya and with relaxation. And not only relaxation, it's relaxation with efforts. Now this combination looks very odd, because when we think of relaxation, there are no efforts. If you ask somebody to relax, you'll just lie down, not doing anything. So no efforts are required. So to our concept, relaxation doesn't need any efforts. Rather, relaxation is without efforts. But Patanjali is insisting here to do some efforts for relaxation. And that is very much interesting point. What efforts we have to do? And when we are doing some efforts, how we can relax? Because when we are doing some efforts, there is no relaxation at all. But this combination is very much effective in technique of asana. Now this efforts means efforts to relax. And these are not physical efforts. We don't have to move our hands and legs to make some efforts. But we have to do the efforts with the mind. So that doesn't need any energy. So there is no consumption of energy in the efforts. With the mind, we have to relax. Normally we relax physically. Means we try to reduce these tensions in our muscles, stretches in the muscles, physically. But here Patanjali insists on doing it through mind. That means mind should help. Rather, mind should instruct the body and the muscle in particular to relax. And there is a connection of mind with muscles also. So the practitioner has to instruct his muscles to relax with the help of mind, and that also one by one. We can say relax left hand, so you have to take your mind to your left hand. Focus your mind on all the muscles of the left hand and give the instruction from the mind to the muscles to relax, and the muscles follow. That is the experience. We can go in much more deeper also, that relax the muscles of the left shoulder, relax the muscles of the arm, relax the muscles of the elbow. Like that we can go to the smaller part also. So we have to take the mind on different muscles and instruct for relaxation. And we observe that yes, muscle relax in much better way than normal relaxation. Likewise, we can rotate the mind throughout the body and relax the muscles. And this is to be done in asana position. Normally in Shavasana we do it, in Yoga Nidra we give all the instructions also. But this is to be done in asana position, whatever the asana is there. It may be in standing position, sitting position, prone or lying down position. And this can be done because we are maintaining the position for some time. And accordingly we have to instruct. If the maintenance time is more, then we can instruct each and every muscle. If maintenance time is less, maybe for the beginning, they can instruct grossly left hand, right hand, left leg, like that. But that is our experience, that this technique works very well, and this gives much better relaxation than normal. Because we ask the students to relax their muscles in asana position. They relax to some extent. And then we give the instructions to relax every organ by organ. And that helps them to relax much better. And if you give the instructions for every muscle, then still more relaxation is experienced by this. And this relaxation we can find out by measuring the heart rate also, because this relaxation affects on heart rate. Heart rate is going down. And with this type of prayatna shaitilya, this type of relaxation, heart rate goes below normal. In normal relaxation, it comes to normal. But in this relaxation, it goes below normal. That is what we also observe. So this is a very nice and very important and very crucial technique explained by Patanjali. This is to be followed during the asana posture. There is one more technique is there. Ananta Samapatti. Ananta is infinity. We can say the ultimate reality also, the Paramatman also. And Samapatti is as good as Samadhi. So merging with that. That means during the Prayatna Shaitilya, the mind is fully concentrated on the body. But in Ananta Samapatti, Patanjali says that now disconnect your mind from the body and take it to the Ananta, that is Paramatman. So merge your mind with Paramatman. Maybe Samadhi. Of course, this is a very difficult technique. It takes long time for the practitioner to attain. But this gives the aim of asana, that asana finally merges in stage of Samadhi only. Whatever the position of the body is there. And a person can remain for a longer period because of this Prayatna Shaitilya. What we observe in our practice, that we can practice the asanas, of course step by step, and particular techniques are used to maintain for 30 minutes. One asana can be maintained for 30 minutes. Then we have got 30 minutes at our disposal to maintain the body and mind and all that. Then we do proper Prayatna Shaitilya. So there is no stress in the muscle. And when all stress and stretch is removed from the muscle, the person can relax much more. The asana position can be maintained even for 30 minutes. And of course, after Prayatna Shaitilya, we give the instructions for Ananta Samapatti also. Gives the instruction to the mind. Prayatna Shaitilya, mind is fully connected with body, and Ananta Samapatti is fully disconnected from the body. And it is going away from the body. And when mind is not connected with the body, body has no problem. So asana can be very comfortably maintained for 30 minutes, and the practitioner doesn't experience any complication because everything is comfortable up to the end. So likewise, the technique of asana also is merging in stage of Samadhi only. That is how Patanjali explains the technique of asana in two sutras. And what is the result of this is explained in the third sutra. Hari Om.